Good evening to you. I'm Tiffany Murphy. Greg Kerr will be joining us in a few moments. Our top story tonight, Governor Greg Abbott making a stop at the Texas Division of Emergency Management warehouse in San Antonio.
1,500.
The president of the Beaumont Teachers Association says it's her duty to advocate for members who say bringing children back to a traditional in-class setting may cause challenges beyond the walls of classrooms. That's why she's pushing for the fall 2020 school semester to be carried out online only. KFDM's Paige Hubbard joins us tonight in the studio. And Paige, you learned why a lot of teachers still are fearful of going back to school.
Tiffany?
Thanks, Paige. We're learning tonight that age and underlying medical conditions do increase a person's chance of developing severe COVID-19 symptoms. But now the CDC has a new warning for Americans who are overweight.
Kidney disease.
And obesity was also linked to severe outcomes during the 2009 H1N1 influenza pandemic. So joining us now, and we're not getting that. We're getting our own severe weather, though, in southeast Texas.
Pretty strong storms, a lot of lightning. In fact, I think we're still on generator here at the station because of a power failure.
We're just 3 months from Election Day, and aside from the obvious fight for votes, there's also one about how people should be voting. President Trump is rallying against a growing desire by some to have universal mail-in ballots for voters who may want to avoid going to the polls in person during the pandemic. He's now threatening to try and stop making mail a primary option. Sinclair's chief political correspondent Scott Thuman looks at why that is.
Late shower thunderstorm.
Thanks, Greg. Still to come tonight, terrorism or a... All eyes have been on the White House and House and Senate Democrats as they've struggled, thus in vain, to craft a new COVID relief spending package that would include that renewal of the $600 a week payments to the unemployed that expired last week. However, as Sinclair national correspondent James Rosen reports tonight, economists, top CEOs, and trade groups are also urging the key players to consider a number of other ideas. It's really something you don't see every day. Let's take a look at some birds as well.
Leave them alone.
Don't
Wherever
mess
you want to
with
go,
the
Mr.
ostrich.
Ostrich, you just have fun.
You know, also you don't want to mess with Mother Nature right
Yeah,
now.
a lot of lightning before those storms crank up. They'll probably do about the same as today, mid to late afternoon.
Thanks, Greg.
Sure.
And if you want to track that yourself, we'll be back at 6, but you can download our KFDM weather app in the meantime to track that storm and see where it's going next. We'll be back at 6. See you then, friends. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Tiffany Murphy. Greg Kerr is in the KFDM newsroom and will join us momentarily. Our top story tonight, as students head back to school across southeast Texas, many parents are filling out paperwork online, but some parents in the Port Neches Grove School District are taking exception to a code of conduct document they must sign in order for their student to be enrolled of a formal ban. I reached out to P&G ISD Assistant Superintendent Julie Goche. She told me on the phone earlier today that the document has been online since 2018. She says it is designed to ask parents to approach any problem directly with the school first before taking to social media.
To the community. Tiffany?
Developing tonight, the president of Beaumont's Teachers Association says members are voicing concerns about the start of school August 17th and how face-to-face learning will impact teachers with pre-existing health conditions. KFDM's Paige Hubbard joins us tonight with more on that story. Paige? Governor Abbott appearing at the Texas Division of Emergency Management warehouse in San Antonio today, which handles personal protective equipment. The governor says one of the biggest obstacles the state had to face, a strong line of thunderstorms passing through southeast Texas. Chief Meteorologist Greg Bostwick is tracking that. Are we in the out of the woods yet?
Pretty much. I mean, areas to our south of Highway 73, still getting some pretty big storms.
Don't forget your umbrella just in case. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, friends. We'll be back at 10 o'clock. Hope to see you then. Good evening to you. I'm Tiffany Murphy. Greg Kerr will be joining us in a few moments. Developing at this hour, we're learning a Beaumont United football player has tested positive for COVID-19. Living in a rural area doesn't insulate you from COVID-19. Fox 4's Ian Chris reports tonight some healthcare professionals say there are times when those living in rural areas should even consider wearing a mask inside of their own home. Interesting thunderstorm roll through southeast Texas tonight. We even lost electricity here for a short time.
Yep.
Are more headed our way?
Yeah, it looks like a duplication of this tomorrow. I really see some more big storms. I have a lot of heat.
To national news tonight, President Trump says he is looking at ways to bypass Congress while members of his administration and lawmakers continue negotiations towards a new COVID relief bill. Some members are calling on the Senate to delay a scheduled recess until a deal is reached. Skylar Henry is in D.C. Dryer sounds good.
Yes.
Thanks, Greg. Okay, friends, let's head to Boise, Idaho, where one paddleboarder has a very special companion that comes along for the ride. Guys, how do we find these stories? I don't care. I love them. Can we just end it with the paddleboarding goat? Have you ever seen such a thing? That tops the squirrel in the jet ski. Yeah, he is a well-fed goat. Thanks for joining us, friends. Have a great night.